Okay.
But somebody else say, well, I wouldn't take place from her. I wouldn't take advice from her.
I
You,
would.
I would take advice from a person whose shoes I've never been
Even
able
if
to
you've
get
been
in.
divorced 5
Even
times.
if you right, because the thing is that I got across that line. I might not have stayed successfully married, but I can tell you where I fucked up. I can tell you about accountability. I can tell you about what I needed to do to fix me. The red flags I ain't pay attention to, the ones they ain't pay attention. Like when it comes to that, but you could also learn stuff from me. Was I better not do that. I bet that I can learn something from a person who either made the same mistakes, made some of the mistakes, didn't make the mistakes, or as I say, I don't need to experience always to learn from another person.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That
don't
makes
always
sense.
need that experience.
Yeah. I
Some
trust
people,
what you tell me.
yeah, some people need to go through it. And like I tell my daughter, I said, sometimes you just really need to just step in the shit and realize, I said, you don't need to step in the shit. You need to pick it up, sniff it, be like, oh, damn, mom is really shit. But I told you it's shit. And some people, they have to go through it.
You gotta go through
I don't have to go through everything
Right.
in order to get the lesson.
Especially when you trust the judgment of the person that's giving you the advice.
Absolutely.
Or that's telling you the ins and outs.
Absolutely.
To it. But it still just baffles me with women and how they literally can fake a whole friendship just to find out everything about you. And like you said, mad day comes, but how do you do that? How do you every day and consciously reach out to me and talk to me knowing for real you don't know anything about me, and because you don't, it's like now it's your mission to find out about me.
I don't think some people know how to be good friends.
I was going to say, I don't
Yeah,
think they know
I-
how to be good friends.
yeah,
Because in that moment,
They
when
might have
they're
really been
listening,
trying to be
they
your
might have been
friend.
really trying to listen. But the thing is, since they don't know how to be a good friend, somebody who is, you could be a good friend, but then I can have a best friend. So I'm going to tell my best friend all the stuff that my good friend said. But this is my bestie. You get it? So the thing
Right.
is knowing your people and knowing who you giving your shit to, who you telling your information to, because people do come in all shapes, forms, sizes of costumes.
Well,
It's Halloween.
let me
every
just
day.
say, let me let me go a little further to so that you will understand where I'm coming from with what I'm saying. So
Okay.
here it is. You can have me, who no one really knows me. I'm from a different state, right?
Okay.
I can start frequenting like a lounge,
Right.
and just hit it off in the lounge. I'm cool with everybody. Everybody like cat. Whatever. Cat
Right.
like everybody. Whatever. Whoop whoop whoop. But then you'll have a woman who comes as if she's trying to be your friend, but at the same time, it's like, let me really find out who this bitch is. You know what I'm saying?
Get all
And
the business.
right. Well, who is she? What? Yeah, this, that, and the third. They asking about your relationship. They, not off rip. They're very cunning with it. But what I'm saying is, they just try to get close to you to find out who you are. Like, who is this that everybody like her? What is it about her that everybody like?
Well, that's
And see, the hard part is, until it happened, you really don't even
don't know
know.
if
That's all I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm
Let
saying.
me say this. Anything I open my mouth and say on this mic, on social media, to another person other than God, I expect you to repeat it to somebody else. So if I'm saying it to somebody, I honestly don't give a flying shit who you tell. Because my truth is my truth, and I'm going to walk in my truth day in and day out. You can't tell
Period.
my story better than me. Yeah, I'm getting divorced. So what? Yeah, this happened. So what? Oh, I heard you. Y'all, I filed bankruptcy before. So what? Like, it's nothing nobody can ever use against me that I
On
told
me.
you.
Right. I'm the same person.
No, you can't.
I'm the
But
same
what it
person. I'm
does
10
is it
toes
teaches
down on
me- It teaches me the character of the
who they
person,
are,
of
yes.
who they is. And then when you no longer have access to me, I don't want to hear the begging. I don't want to hear the apologies. I don't want to hear the I'm
none of
sorry.
it.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I
Because
don't want
I
to hear
genuinely
it.
don't fuck with you no more.
Real
That's it.
talk.
I don't deal with you no more. It is a character thing at the end of the day. A character thing. What I talk with Kat with, that's our conversation. Veronica never gonna know. It's none of Veronica's business unless we together and you decide to say, well, Shannon, remember that time we was talking and this,
And
that,
this
and the
is
other.
what I
And I'm
said.
still gonna let you drive the conversation because you might not mention
Everything
everything we
that you
discussed.
That
Yes.
part. That part.
So
Okay.
again, you have to start learning your audience. Some people are malicious. Some people are deceptive. But I will
Very.
also say that that's not everybody.
No,
And
it's
I don't-
not.
And I don't. And
It's
I don't
not.
let one person sway how I'm gonna deal with the next person because God will send me exactly who
Well,
I
I
need.
need.
when
I believe
need.
that. I
And
believe
that
that.
person was a lesson for you to learn. You might need to pull back on how nice and kind and open you're being to everybody. Cause this city is cutthroat.
Baby. Listen, you ain't got to
Sometimes
tell
people-
me.
sometimes people
I
have to be
handles
friends
these folks.
because a man that they've been dealing with secretly for the last 5, 10 years, whatever years, smiles and catch
Yeah,
face all the
come
time.
on.
And the
Come
only
Now
on.
I
reason
gotta
she really
get
be
Come
close to
on.
her
was
to get
because
close to him.
if I get close to her, eventually I
Come
can drop
on.
the dime to her that I've been really messing with him, and that'll make her fall back
Come
because now
on.
we're friends.
Come on. Come
So
on.
I'm just letting you know
And they do
now.
that, and they do that.
Sometimes there is an angle, and once you find out the angle, you still figure it out.
Yeah.
But to be honest, nobody gonna stop anybody from messing with somebody but that man and that woman.
Point blank period. And I guess I'm just saying, I'm just posing it because this is the subject of the show, because one thing about me is I found that a lot of people get cat twisted. They get this little ponytail twisted, these glasses, nigga in that kiki in his teeth, and hey, and the life of the party twisted until they don't, until I untwist it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
And I think
I
that's
see people
kinda
pray. You know what I'm saying? You
with
literally gonna try to pray on me, but you don't even know who you trying to pray on, because I ain't nothing sick to a can of oil, nigga.
I was on-
and I'm a can of
I was on
oil.
the phone one day talking to a friend of mine, and he was with another friend, and I was just like, he scared me. I'm scared of him. He was like, why you scared of him? Yo, he cool. Yo, ain't messing with you. And then the friend in the background was like, yo, that's a trick. I can tell deep down inside that V go hard. She's saying that to you to ease in so she can sound so feminine and sweet. But let me get her wrong. And she giving me
Yeah,
the
let me get
business.
her riled up.
And I bust out laughing, and the friend on the phone was like, you so goofy. Why you laughing? I said, because he's definitely true.
He's right. He right. It's funny, and the thing too that I don't
Samuel
appreciate.
speaks saying women don't get along because y'all crazy. I don't think that women are crazy,
No.
Sam. I think
You know
that...
Go ahead.
Hey, Love and Loyalty from eBags on Instagram. Sam, I don't think that women are crazy. I think women are put in a position to be crazy or not. Men don't always give all the truth to every woman they deal with.
Or they're homeboys.
Well, that humble. Right now, we talking about women, so I'm going to say they don't give the women all of the truth. They'll give you the overwhelming majority of what they feel like they want to say. But if you don't ask the right question, they ain't telling you.
You ain't gonna get it.
So before you know it, he caught up in the middle of some shit, and he wondering how, cuz nigga, you lied somewhere down the line. You hid something somewhere down the line. I don't think that women are. Some are, but I think the overwhelming majority of women are provoked to be that way when it comes to men.
I would say this. I'm a little leery, and I'm going to ask questions to a woman that say stuff like, "That's why I don't deal with women. I don't have a lot of women friends. I don't just because my question
Well,
is,
I would say
what's
stuff
wrong?
like that. I would say stuff
And,
like
and
that.
I'm gonna ask you why, and you'll be able to tell me why. You'll be able to tell me about the countless friendships that done broke your heart because
Yeah.
people don't understand. You grieve friendships amongst women.
Absolutely.
Those friendships breaking up are just as hurtful, if not more hurtful, than breaking up a relationship with a man.
Oh my dear.
Yes, they are. They're even more. They're more.
Heartbreak from
I would
friendship
think
is
they're more
real.
harsh because you expect more from your girlfriend, from a friend.
You did.
Yeah.
You know, you expect
You
a
did.
nigga to be a nigga. But when it comes to a friend,
Or a
expect
friend
you
to
just
be a
expect
friend.
more.
You
Your
did.
expectations are on a whole nother
a whole
level.
nother level. Why? 'Cause first of all, because we're women. Second of all, because I done poured out to this woman. She done poured out to me. We done
Come
prayed
on.
about the situation.
Come on.
And then you get over here and you talk about me. That shit like that makes me angry.
It makes me angry.
It makes me want to reach out and touch someone.
Right.
See, well,
Because it just, I
do.
didn't say that I do.
I know.
I said it makes me want to, cause we set a place. We set a comfortable place. Like even with
I'll
today,
have an example.
with my concerns and issues. I already know
Danielle
I
said
can't.
sometimes you have to show people fat meat is greasy.
Sometimes they know you did, and I have not told you what's going on in full detail. Cause I know Kat is the friend that's gonna come over. She gonna get in the bed with me. She gonna go through and muddle through with me when she got her own life going on. So I haven't told Kat what's going on, but I tell big fella from the park he wanna make jokes, and now I feel a certain type of way about him. Bitch, you going this far? I ain't even fucking playing with you. Like, yo, this shit is real. You get what I'm saying? So certain things you just can't tell everybody.
But hold
Right.
on.
I'm a
But what we
person.
talking about?
Yeah,
So
I'm a person that just holds stuff in, and it's
You
not
want to
good,
respond.
but I do hold stuff in.
You want to respond.
You feel like they make jokes about it? Or do somebody's trying to lighten your mood?
Yeah, but you can't like.
But here's the thing, though. That same person you talk about, are they in the pit with you? Are they reaching out to you? Are they checking on you every day? Are they pulling you up and giving them your love, their love? Are they loving on you?
Yes.
Absolutely. So,
that ain't the person.
That ain't
that's
one
so
that
it's
you
nothing
can
being
say.
done malicious. It's nothing being done where so
But
it's
what
trying
I'm
to humor. But what they trying to do
Let's get you to
is
laugh
help
and
you
feel
get
better.
about
Yeah. So
the
that you get back on
situation
track.
or get you back to who Miss V is.
Okay.
And that Miss V they see on the regular. They don't want to. No one likes to see their friend wallow in it. And if they can do anything, they can get you out of it. They willing to do it. That's what a friend does.
Which is why, going back to the topic of women relationships.
But yeah, I'm one of those people that don't have a lot of women relationships. I think I've made bad choices when
And
it
that's
comes
what-
to
and that's what I was
females.
Okay, that's
'Cause
honest.
When I come
That's
forward
honest.
to be friends with people, I'm not coming with a knife behind my back, hiding it. I'm not coming with maliciousness. I'm not coming sideways. So if I'm pulling you in, you gonna be my friend. We gonna be friends.
So let me say this. Everybody say that. People say that when they answer friendships with women and friendship with men. Everybody bring their baggage into a relationship.
Absolutely.
Right.
Everybody brings their baggage. So you think about the things that the last time, I remember the last friend I had, and I used to pay for all the dinners and all the lunches. And I used to help her get her nails done. And every time she needed me and I would do this. You think about that when you got this next new friend who y'all out and you like, oh, I'm gonna come to the bed. And he like, nope, I ain't gonna buy her a drink. Or,
Oh, no, I ain't that way.
I ain't gonna do that with her. I'm not saying you do. I said,
No, I'm
but-
saying
but-
I'm processing it as you talk.
It's
So
it's so unfortunate. I had
it's
a
certain
friend
baggage
like
that
that.
we bring that you could possibly bring in.
So
And
that's
Right.
So you have to be aware to me of things that trigger you.
Right.
And when you're fostering these new friendships, be vocal and honest about things about like I'm big on character and integrity.
Oh, I'm big on that.
not lying.
Oh,
to me.
my God.
You can do and listen.
Oh my God.
Don't lie
Oh,
to me.
my
I'd rather
God.
you borrow money and not give it back, but do not
Ooh-wee.
lie
Say
to
real
me.
quick.
Do not lie to me.
Hi, Jay Christian. Thanks for joining. DJ Slicky Woo Boo said hello, good looking ladies. And hello back to you. The thing is, Shannon, I agree with that. But sometimes you get lost in that piece and you start realizing you're a liar. And you don't find out from them that they lied. You find out from who they took the story to.
Come
But
on.
here's the thing.
But you still
on.
chinning
But
and
you
grinning
have to-
in my face.
No, and no.
And speaking of nails, you did say get the nails done. Miss V does sell press-on pre-designed nails. 1 million packs.
Just right in the
Please,
middle.
Corey,
Just
where
right in the
you
middle
are.
of it all.
Just thought I'd bring it out there because she mentioned nails.
No, so no, but seriously, like
I'm gonna give an example.
access.
I'm gonna give it a whole example. Go
Access
ahead.
to me is a
Privilege. It is.
It's
It
a
is.
privilege.
It is.
I bring energy. I'm gonna bring love. I'm gonna pray. I can pray with you, play with you, party with you. I'm gonna be there with
All
you.
that.
And I have
I'ma
All
do
that.
those things,
And them the kind of
So
friends you
my whole thing
need.
is, so when those things that you did that goes against this friendship code that we done set up, you don't have the ability to sit in my face and lie. Cause we done, sis. We done. And you know why we done. And guess what?
And sometimes you gotta tell them
why we done.
Well, I gotta tell you why we done.
Why
Why
done.
I gotta tell
I'm
you?
not gonna
Why I
tell
gotta tell
nobody
you?
else why we done. You know why I don't fuck with you no more.
But
And
this.
And as long as you know, I don't give a shit what story you tell. I don't care.
But you heard it from the horse's mouth.
No, I'm not telling no story.
I'm telling you why we're done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I already said that.
I'm going
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She agreeing.
I'm not
If you
telling
go
the other
out
people.
and you
I
tell
don't
a
care.
million people I don't like V because she friends with Shannon,
I don't care.
you should expect when you see me,
Uh-oh.
don't fucking speak to me. Why? Because I'm Shannon's friend.
Yeah.
When I was invited Mother's Day, normally I don't celebrate Mother's Day. I was invited to Shannon's house with her mother for dinner.
Okay.
So of course that was emotional for me.
Yes.
But I was pulled this way, pulled that way, 50 million text messages, 15 million phone calls till I shut the shit off. To me, it was a big honor to invite me to dinner with her and her mother on
Right.
Mother's Day. I mean, like kick your feet up, party, dance, whatever you want to do at my house, you more than comfortable to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like if I was to go back and tell somebody like, cause Shannon fucking house got too much blue. I don't like it over there. This and that. Shannon got every right to pull me up later and was like, well, bitch, I'm glad you got to see the blue, but please don't make a mistake and come to my home again.
I would.
Yeah, or the this situation that
Easy.
that I'm currently dealing with, where someone they actually and this is a thing with me too that just it takes me over the top. If you see me I have a dilemma, and you say to me as your friend, "Come on, I got you." I expect for you to have me, because if I say I got you, I got you. So it's just like,
So
no, Can allow me the latitude of completion?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So
Woobo said,
So-
keep it real. I like that.
so at the end of the day, so for instance, let's just say,
Come over here. Son.
so let's just say we'll just say a job, for instance. I had the ability to get you a job because I know you ain't got no job, right?
right.
And I get you the job. And guess what? When I get you that job, it's because I trust you as a friend, and however you handle yourself on that job is a reflection of me. Whether you want to believe that or not, it's still a reflection of me, right? So, boom, I get you on this job, and once I get you on the job, now I start mistreating you. Now I start mistreating you on this job.
Baby.
And I'm your friend.
Oh, baby.
And I know your situation.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so boom, whatever happens, I fire you.
Damn.
I fire you. But I'm the one who shitted on you and fired you. You ain't did nothing. You did your job. You did everything that was required of you. And then me as a friend, now I'm telling the story to people. Now I'm going around telling the story. And the thing is, in order for me to tell a story, I got to expose your business, that you didn't have a job. But everybody in the world might not have known you didn't have this job. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, loyalty.
That's-
So let me say this to you. No, go ahead, Trip.
So let me say this.
Go ahead.
First of all, sometimes you got to know your friends that you're accepting certain things from.
But
because
when you,
everybody's definition of friendship is not the same. So
Right.
because you will go all in and give your last and everything, don't mean they will.
But
It's just
that's
like
how this person
you ever
did,
have
though.
You ever have a friend that you borrow money from, and then after a while you hear from everybody else that you borrowed the money from, or whatever they do something for you,
Right.
you always hear about it through somebody
Right,
else.
right.
So what usually happens with that friend? You stop taking things from them.
that
You can't
correct.
take everything from everybody.
But here's the hit.
But I get what
I
you're
get
saying.
that. I get
Let
that.
me read this comment real quick.
Yep.
A1 Rocky over on Instagram said, "You vouching for a person based on your credit, and a person or your friend should stand on business out of respect for you."
Come
and
on.
And it's crazy. Slicky Woobo on Facebook said that's being a shit starter. Like, I was in that situation, and I coached my friend on what's going to happen. You get here, you don't know me. Come represent it correctly. I'm going to give you the job. I know you need a job. I'm going to give it to you. And you come in the total opposite of every fucking thing I said. Make the people at the front say, I know you ain't happy with her. No, I'm not. But I'm going to give her a second chance to another interview. So I give you another interview. You come in. This time you look presentable. But you throwing somebody else that worked there that you know under the bus. I'm cutting that off because it's so disrespectful. Then you get the interview, your first day of training, you in this bitch in slippers. The unit has cameras. So they blew the picture up, took a picture of it, blew it up. So when I got to work, because they know who I'm friends with, because I gave it too many chances before hiring her, blew the picture up and said, well, did you see this on last night's shift? I'm not a house manager, I'm a director. What am I supposed to do? Say,
I get
maybe
that.
it was a reason, or maybe I should say, today is your last day. Because anywhere else, it would be your last fucking day.
I get it. But my thing where I'm coming from is someone who let's keep it a buck. Let's say you invite me into your home.
Be grateful.
Yeah, you invite me into your home, and to your point, Trip, I'm only coming into your home once you. I'm only coming into your home because I'm skeptical of accepting things from people, right?
Right.
But I'm coming into it because of a picture you have painted to the world and to me,
Right.
right?
So it's not
But
what you think it is. It's
right.
the picture that has been
But
painted.
then right. So but once I get in here and get to living with you for real, I find out who you are or whatever.
It happens.
And, you know, right. But that's all.
I've been
And but
around
I
that too when I invited a friend in my home, right?
right.
And I was young at the time, immature. My homeboy moved in. I guess I could say I invited him, but anyway, we moved in.
Right.
He come in, he doing this, he doing that. But somewhere in the point, I got caught in my feelings. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whereas though,
You just
honestly,
found a
I
living
gave
change.
him a key and this and that. He coming in, the man got to ring the bell at certain nights. I realized over the years, later back, I had to apologize for that because I was just being an asshole. Maybe it was just I'm trying to still have control of the situation.
And that's
whatever.
I
It could've been
got
all
that.
But
I got
was
that.
Dead wrong.
Come
by how I
on.
treated him.
Come on.
So-
And she was dead wrong. But here's the hit. Even as a friend, I don't care if that happens and we fall out. As a friend, when it comes to character and integrity, no one's never going to find out about what we went through. But for you to go and tell, and now you talking, and you trying to make me, what's funny, you trying to make me look like something I'm not, when you know I was 100. And you know what I'm saying? Like you said. But nonetheless, you trying to be the victim when, nigga, you really is the one that's terrorizing. You the terrorizer.
So
Ain't no
Real
damn
quick,
victim,
so
yo.
on Facebook, DJ Slicky Woobo said, do unto me as I do you. And that's the thing. People don't do you like you do them.
It's the lies, though. It's the lies, and then you exposing me.
So it's
Girl,
not
bye.
to me, the person not exposing you, they exposing themselves. So
That too.
So here's my thing. Like after a while, we have to start looking at things from a different lens. So even though you're in you're in the experience, when you step out and you learn the lessons from it, what were the lessons that you learned from it? One, you learned that person, number one, is not your friend.
Right.
Okay, that's the first
picture
thing.
they painted was not
My
true.
whole thing is, I had to learn, and I'm telling you now, because I used to run around and tell people, you won't believe it. I had to be okay with letting people tell their story.
Because I ain't open up my mouth because I wanted to keep talking. Go ahead.
I don't care. And what I'm saying to you in this moment, even on this show, it still hurts you. You still feel hurt from that friend because you brought it up. Listen,
I'm mad. No, I'm more angry than anything. I ain't even hurt. No, I learned my lesson. I learned the lesson out of it, but I'm more angry. I'm in the stage of anger at this point in time because God said, shut your mouth, don't say nothing. So I'm being silent. I ain't said a word. This thing is still talking and saying if you F with, I don't F with nobody who F with Cat and.
So Kat, let me say this.
You can say it.
God told you be silent. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
God told you to be silent.
As far, yeah.
Utilize that. Anything less than that is considered delayed obedience.
No, I utilized it. Trust me.
So what I'm saying is, because even in this platform, you done gave a platform to that person. Because somebody who knows somebody that know you, know the person you're talking about. I don't give nobody, I swear on everything. Anything in this brain up here is what I want in here. You ain't taking up no space in my head rent free.
No, and she ain't doing that. But we're talking about a situation. So I'm bringing it up. But not only that, I'm bringing it up also too because we're talking about women. We're talking about friendships. So there is somebody that's this relatable sitting right in here. Everybody has already said they can relate to what I said. So when I bring certain things up, it is to, just to express and just to let you not the only one going through it, but also too, we're here to talk through it. We're here to say, okay, well, how did you handle this when you went through this? Or this is how I handled it.
Let's get to that part.
So let's get
how
to
are
that part
you
real
handling?
quick.
Yeah, let's get to that
Moneybag
part. How are you handling?
Just love and loyalty.
Yeah, how are you handling?
So how would you handle that situation?
How I'm handling it?
She just said she be quiet on it.
No, the thing is,
how I handled it because I had that situation before.
No, okay.
And God worked with me because I ain't even.
I'm talking about we're in the same. I'm talking about we can be in the same room and I shine and I'm like a black butterfly. I like my girls say I keeps it cute. Whenever that thing is around, I keep it cute and it's just. And I'm silent. I'm silent. I ain't over trying to get nobody to listen and hear the story. None of that. I'm still just who I am. When we walk in a room, you would never know who the person is. We're in the same room. We're in the same room. So I definitely know how to carry and handle. It's just when we're talking about friendships and you may have somebody out there who is her. Who is that person that I'm talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we're no longer friends, in order for you to tell the story, you had to expose my situation. Exactly. So now you're telling my business. And that's what I'm saying. If you're my real friend, no one's never going to find out what we confided in one another with when we were friends.
I made a post maybe about 2-3 weeks, maybe about 2 weeks
Because I could blow her whole block up. But go ahead.
And I made a post about maybe two weeks ago or so, talking about the things that you hear about yourself from other people. And oftentimes, the things that you hear are from people who either used to be, supposed to be, or was trying to be, at one point, your friend.
Yeah.
And my post ended with, and if you all have any stories to run back and tell me about a person who used to be supposed to be or something that's supposed to be my friend, you understand now why I cut them the fuck off. Cause they ain't no friend. I don't have no stories to tell
I don't
about
have
people
no
who's
stories
supposed
to
to be my
tell.
friend.
And the thing
now,
that-
if you
Come on.
come to me, if somebody comes to me, I am going to tell them the same thing I already told that friend. No, that ain't it. But since you want to bring it up, the reason why X, Y, and Z is because of X, Y, and Z. Other than that, I don't have to mention this. And I'm not speaking on it.
I had a
Okay.
really
But thank
bad situation where I got a call, and the person was like, I'm going to text you the conversation. Text me a long conversation they had with the person, how bad they talked about me. Then added another text, how bad they talked about my daughter. And da, 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 da. So this was my conclusion for that. I'm going to need to cut you off
Huh.
because
Why you saying that?
the reason I had to cut her off was because it's no way humanly possible that you sat and you heard all of that without a well, you're right. You had to say something because after I'm talking after a while, you gonna shut up because I ain't giving you
Nobody
nothing
is
back.
that comfortable that knows Shae Shannan, Shae, whatever you call me. Nobody. This my Facebook right here. Nobody, none of y'all, none of whoever's watching this better ever be that comfortable. And I know y'all not to come talk to me about anybody that I call my friend. Nobody will come and sit and talk to me. If anything, if somebody come to me, what about them? Cause this ain't
and that was my thing.
This ain't never that.
That's what I ended up having to do. I felt like the need to cut the both of them off. Because the thing is, it wouldn't have I wouldn't have known any of it if you didn't stay on the phone too long. And to me, that was too long. You can't call me and talk bad about a good friend that also is your good friend, and I'm taking it all in just so I can call and tell a person. Fuck no, I'm deading it right there somewhere.
No.
You know, me and Big Fella talk about stuff all the fucking time. And then it'll come to a joke and we'll joke about it. That's different. Because we joking and playing about stuff. But we ain't going to sit and talk dirty about a motherfucker and then grin in their face tomorrow.
Listen.
I made one joke that somebody... Listen, no, this is crazy. I made one joke about somebody flattening my tires. Yo, do you know that fucking story went all around the cigar community that it was said that I actually said the person did it?
Wow.
And then I'm looked at as the messy person who said it. I said a joke to one motherfucker. And the shit went all around.
It went viral.
Went viral. From one little joke.
She an angel, she a saint, she a bitch, she a witch.
That's why I always say, people
all
always
of
say they like me, but at the end of the day, they dislike me for the same reasons that they like me.
I'm fine with
She's
it.
truthful, she's loud, she's going to be bold with what she says, she's going to give you the truth all the time.
And then you dislike me for the same reason.
And then you dislike me for the same reason.
But
Why you gotta say everything?
But loyal
You
to
don't
a
gotta
fault,
go.
the people that I know lied to you, use you, did this to you, done that to you. You've told me people have did this, did that, said this, done this. And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, I need you to be with your kind.
And Shannon, you know for a fact, I cut a whole family of motherfuckers off for one mistake.
Shit, I cut my whole family off.
And it's somebody else's family. I cut the whole family off from the mother down to the person who started down to her fucking kids, and if they have kids, them too. Because I don't like messy because I'm too upfront. Everybody is not gonna be upfront and keep things a buck like me, but don't deal with a motherfucker like me.
Wait a minute.
Just don't deal with me.
Lawrence, the topic is basically about friendships, in particular women and why women seem to have an issue having friendships. That's
Like
what the
Rubo
topic about.
says, see, shit's starting to wow.
But,
Yeah.
so here's the crazy part. I used to do a woman's brunch. So I remember, I'm trying to think, like my 34th birthday. For my 34th birthday, instead of me like going out and hanging out, Guess what I did? I cooked dinner for all my friend groups, all my women friend groups that I dealt with. I cooked dinner for
And you
everybody.
think, wow, I wish I'd have known you.
And I literally went around the room. I sent out 70 something invitations to my house to women. They didn't have to do nothing but show up. They said, well, what do you want? I said, a bottle of wine. Bring a bottle of wine. Everybody bring a bottle of wine. Bring me wine. Bring me wine. Because back then, I did not drink nothing but wine. So out of 76 names, I had 60 something people at my house laying on the floor, on the balcony, on the porch, on the couch, in chairs, standing up. It was almost standing room only. They ate, they laughed, they made new friends. Some of them are friends to this day, and that was almost 12 years ago. And my friends would and I made everybody get up and say, how you know me? They'd be like, oh, I know her because we all go hang out at, say, the bowling alley together. Oh, I know her because we all went to school together. Oh, this my sorority sister. Oh, this, and all my different friend groups went around the room and said where they know me from, how they know me, and all of them would say the same thing. She the same, no matter which one
That
of this
part.
circle of friends.
That part. That part.
You're not gonna get a different version
That
of
part.
me. Not at work, not at church, not
That part.
nowhere.
That
I'ma
part.
always keep it 100 with you. I might use less cuss words or no cuss words, but I'ma always keep it a buck with you.
It's going to always
But
hit differently.
I always have times where I bring my women friends together and have no issue doing it. And I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to say, she don't really like a lot of women. I ain't gonna invite her. She gonna be standoff and this and I ain't
And you
gonna
know,
invite her.
and you know that
She
is
gonna
a
be
good
the
thing
standoff.
that you were able to do that.
Because
I know
that ain't everybody's
I know-
testimony.
I know what I can, and I know the
That's
people.
good. That's
You know
good.
what I mean? And I have a girl, I had one of my girlfriends, she gonna say, you know, your friends are so very overprotective of you. And they so this, that, and the other. I'm overprotective of them too.
Right.
You my friend? Oh, I ride for you. That's it.
I'm a ride for a
I
friend.
ride for you. So I'm saying it to say, like, it's not that all women can't be friends. Some of us, and I've had bad women experiences with that friend job thing. Ooh, hey. Like, look, that's what I said. I can't even talk about that. But my friends who know, shout out Raina. Hey, Raina, she know.
Okay.
Like, when I had to dissolve the friendship and that friend's job thing, all I'm going to say is, I am not that woman that I used to be. But I tell you this, whenever she see me, she knows she gotta walk another direction. I don't fuck with you. I don't mess with you. I don't play with my kid, and I don't play with money. And that money is what I use to take care of my kid. And she my grown adult kid, and I still take care of my baby. I don't play with you.
You just gotta watch who you
So
blend
at the end
with.
of the day, yeah. So at the end of the day,
But you can't blend with everybody. That's so unfortunate. Because I would think that, especially the things that black women go through, whether it be social services, baby fathers, abusive husbands, neglectful husbands, bad children, no job, black women be going through it. Only reason I'm saying black is because I am a black woman that came from a black woman. I'm not discriminating against anybody. I'm just saying what I know. But black women go through a lot of things.
A lot.
I used to
That's
have,
why I don't
I
understand
used to
it.
have this Thursday event, women only. Every Thursday was a theme. So everybody would bring, if we had Chinese food, everybody bring Chinese food, chopsticks, all sorts of stuff. We had a cocktail theme, everybody brought different food, but it was in little cocktail, glasses. It was just nice every week. You come in, you got a new pair of socks, take your socks off, and we're going to drink. People that smoke by the balcony. We're going to have a good time. We had a good time one day. One girl had to work. We called her on FaceTime. She left work early so she can get over there. I mean, we had a good time. But what started happening is, because I would say all the time in the beginning, this is an open space, a safe space. I don't want to hear nobody business outside of here. And I don't want you to sit in here amongst the circle listening to people's shit and not giving the truth.
That's it.
So I started, other people started. Then my sister would bring people in, certain people who don't want to tell the truth. They'd say, well, because this such happened to my cousin. I know you. That was you. But tell the truth because you got everybody business. Women wasn't holding back because it was such a safe space. But then it was, I find out somebody don't like somebody in a group because they don't like the sister of that person, it was just getting like minor.
Catty.
And the
Yeah,
group got
catty.
down from like 15 to about 4.
It's catty.
Yeah,
And then after a while, I just said, I ain't gonna be able to do this no more. Did I miss it? I missed it. And
you
I
missed the
loved it.
camaraderie. You
I
missed
missed
the
the camaraderie and
The
the
unpacking.
beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stress outlet.
And that's the point for the show. Like, where are those people when you need them? And I know I can call on, Kat, but when I feel like she got stuff going on, I don't tell her what I got going on.
I don't know why.
So
I can call on big fella, but I gotta be ready for him to give me a punchline.
But no, I had a
at
girlfriend
the
that told
fucking
me
end.
that I do not. She was like, she would prefer for me to give her the option. So, like, I'm a person. I'm
Right.
strong. I can go through the storm. Most of the time, my friends didn't know nothing was going on.
Not
with me
a
to the
thing.
end. People that know me in my first marriage, they thought we was gonna be married forever, and then we wasn't together no more. They could not understand. They didn't even see it coming. They knew nothing. It was just like, wait a minute, y'all not together no more? I didn't feel like I had to tell a story.
It's crazy.
I didn't feel like I had to tell a story. And when I finally told them, they was like, wow, you went through all of that. You ain't say nothing. I ain't had to.
You don't have
I ain't
to.
have to.
I don't gotta
God
disclose
got me.
what I got going on.
I got through it. Girl, I'm on a whole new wave now. What's up? What's not?
Yeah.
But what's happening is, I think my situation is starting to spill out, because not only do I have my situation, I have a whole fucking 15 clients that I got to have their situation up here. So I got a lot going on. So when I come to a friend, I don't got time for because like you said before, you come to talk to me about your shit, but they end up talking about their shit. I don't want that. So what I do is don't even tell it. I don't even tell it. I like to get on the show, and I like to span out, because you'll be surprised how many people will 4 minutes, 3 minutes, how many people will be in agreement of what you got going on and completely understand.
Some people actually have that experience. Some people understand what you're going through and can speak to you from their reference point.
Yeah.
So I think that you are doing a disservice to yourself.
Yes.
And by not speaking to people who probably could actually just give you perspective.
So that's what I've been doing lately, per my therapist. I've been talking more and talk to certain people more.
You ain't talk to me.
Because I felt like my person
What?
has her own thing going on. So
Don't use it against me.
I didn't tell my person.
You're using it against me.
I'm just saying. So I didn't tell it to my person. And my other person that I will share with, this motherfucker got a punchline joke at all costs. Y'all be like, you on meds. You'll hear say any fucking thing and change the whole dynamic of what I'm trying to get out.
That's him being a friend.
That's him being a friend trying to say, come on, pull through it. Pull through it. So and I appreciate him for it. And he's a friend that I met through a friend. So it's not even like it's somebody I grew up with.
It's fine.
That I got that close with. It's just like, sometimes I want to say, pull the fucking punchline back.
I'm going to say this. People oftentimes misuse longitudinal history of having friendships as the basis as to why they're still friends with people. Mm-hmm. But I just happen to be blessed to have the same best friend that I've had since I was 4. But I still have friends from pre-K through that I still can say that all my good friends. Everybody is not blessed with that. But I will say this, and I stand on this. To be a friend, to gain friendship, you must extend friendship.
That's right.
You must extend friendship.
That's right.
And on top of that, you need to understand your boundaries within friendship. Like what does the definition of friendship mean to you? And what does it look like to the people that you're extending
your friendship to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if y'all on the same page,
friend like that. We've been friends since 6th grade.
You know what I mean?
And I was in the store one day and I called him and was like, I need your social. And the man in the store, like, she ain't gonna give it to you over the phone. She don't even know what you need it for. And I called her and was like, yo, I need your social security number. She gave it to me and she said, what you doing? I said, buying a car, I'm gonna put it in your name. And she was like, stop playing. but that's the number. And gave me the phone number, gave me the social security number. And he was like, what made her do that? I said, because we've been friends since 6th grade, and she know the fuck I'm not great. Put a card on her name. Like, some people are that friend, but also in life, you grow distant, and you grow apart, and you grow far away. But I can still call my friend, and I can say anything. Like, Puda Petty Post Taylor just joined the show, and I've known Pooh, 12 years or so. And at the end of the day, that's going to be my brother. I know twins since I was 5, and that's going to be my brother. I'm not going to cross some people just for a good thing. Sometimes I might miss out on some shit.
Okay.
But my friends, my true bling, I ain't crossing for nobody.
I'm telling you now, and I'm going to say this, and I started doing it, and that's why I said it. Longitudinal history does not always mean. Sometimes we are stuck on the fact that they are friendly, been
That
around so
longevity.
long, and they don't know how
No.
to cut those people off, because those
Please.
people no longer
no,
are
please.
sowing into the soil.
No,
Those
I
people
know
no
how-
longer-
Oh, I know
you
how to
understand
cut
what
you
I'm saying?
off.
So
I know how to cut a motherfucker off.
So-
Trust and believe. Henny Penny's story is etched in my mind. I know Henny Penny like there's no tomorrow.
I like the Henny.
Ain't no way I'ma plant the wheat, pull the wheat, turn it into flour, bake the motherfucking cake, and then give it all a slice. Bitch, please kill yourself. That's why my daughter just called and said, "Ma, what's the Henny Penny story?" Because she wanted one of her friends to hear it because she didn't know all the words. I know the words. I use those examples for life. Not having parents, grandparents, close siblings, like those things. Those things hurt.
wait a minute. Ooh, let me see. She gonna say, I can appreciate someone considering me to not drop their stuff on me, but it's okay to allow a person the option because they may have the capacity and be confident in their ability to say it's not a good time for them. Sometimes you may not even know when sharing experiences can pull each other through. Through challenging times. South Angela, I agree with that. That's something that I use with people when people call me and they be like, "Oh my goodness," and I be like, "Uh-oh," and then they fix it. They be like, "Do you have the space, the capacity to take on what I'm about to tell you?" Because if I don't, I'm being honest. I'm gonna say no, and I'm going to share this. Like one of my good friends shared with me how we talked about how somebody gives information, and I'm really big on that. I am really big on time and place. If you call me and you say, "What you doing?" and I say, "Oh, I'm out with Kat and we having a good time," and they're gonna say, "Oh, all right, I just wanted to let you know that such and such died." Why you do that?
Why you do
You
that?
just dampened my
Because
whole evening.
my whole
It's over. My good
enough,
time.
love enough, yeah. Because now you done ruined my. I just told you what I was doing. If I'm driving, people are not sympathetic. Don't use
Common
social
sense.
cues, common sense. I mean, I'm sure it's more words I could be using, but
It's
Social
selfishness.
cues was good,
time
though.
and-
Social
yeah,
cues is
it's
good,
time-
and
it's time and
selfishness
place.
is a big word to use. They're all about them. They want you
and
to hear
sometimes
what they
people
got
like to
going
be
on.
Me and my brother had to call me. Sometimes people want to be the bearer of bad news. But my whole thing is when it comes to my friends, I understand what she's saying, Kate, when she's saying she feel like you going through her own storm, your own things that she shouldn't tell you. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes when you in a space where you know you can't, you don't have nothing else left in your cup. I am the friend that says I can't today. I can't. Because if my cup is empty, I can't give you anything. But I also had to learn to fill my cup and give you from my salsa. So you only get now what's the overflow
It's the
from
overflow.
the salsa. And I think that's how, as women, we learn to balance our friendships because nobody wants to be the dumper, the person that always get dumped on. Because what happens when you're the person that always get dumped on and you have not one person you could call?
And I'm a
to
person
that
that
assistance,
gets
to get that help from.
dumped on. I take on
Stop allowing
everybody's
people to dump on you.
bullshit. And the thing
gotta
is,
stop it.
so I did that like a month ago. I had to tell somebody, look, I can't take your shit. I can't congratulate you on every fucking job, help you with every relationship, everything you got going on. I can't. Today is about me. I got my own shit going
A
on.
real friendship understand.
This bitch went to the group text to reply to our phone call. So, in turn, I replied to her in the group text. But what came out is she went to group text and talked bad about me. No, I didn't, bitch. I talked to you on the phone. You went to the group text. So it would be very impolite if I don't reply to you in there. So I felt the need to.
Yeah, I would have.
As the saying goes, I'm a cut up where the fuck you cut up. I can be the sweetest, bestest, or bitch, I can be nasty.
But you want me to tell you what the saying also say?
What?
From afar, people don't know who to fool. Y'all both look stupid to the audience. Yeah. So we all out in the audience. Y'all both look dumb to us. So two people arguing back and forth, whatever it is, you both look stupid. So guess what?
Yeah.
I'm quick on letting somebody look dumb by themselves.
And I'm quick on cutting you off and leave you right
And
over
it
there.
goes back to what did
Q
I say?
said sometimes it's not always about the amount of time you've known someone that makes them a friend. Yeah, because I haven't known Q a long time, maybe a year, and I met her through another friend, and we just as close as we can be.
All
so
right
I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for tuning in. If you have good friends, treat them good.
That's it.
If you don't want to treat them good, talk behind their back, let them the fuck go. Because one day, that pot of water is going to boil over, and spill everywhere and burn everybody the fuck up. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. That water gets to boiling.
All right.
I would just say,
Hey, Monette. Hey,
if you want to
Gunny.
be a good friend, I've already said it.
First, show yourself friendly.
First, show yourself friendly.
First, show yourself friendly.
Yeah.
And the
And
thing
then-
is,
and
people do
access.
show that self-friendly,
But-
but you don't even you don't see it until
But
you
you
in.
also need to remember, everybody don't deserve the right, the privilege to have access to you.
Yeah.
And learn the difference between a friend and an associate. Y'all be making everybody a friend. Everybody is not your friend, people. I don't care what
I
Barney
say
told
that
you.
all the
I don't care
time.
what you learn from Barney. Everybody is not your friend. Say it, look in the mirror. Everybody is
Sometimes
not.
All right.
some of them is this bitch I know. I just
Right?
know
So the
that.
close is on out.
That's
Close
it.
us out, honey.
All right, y'all. This has been your girl, Miss V, where the truth comes from. Straight Talk with Miss V. In the building, I had Miss Shae Shannan. What's your social media?
Oh, yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Shae, S-H-A-E, Shannon, S-H-A-N-N-A-N, or on Instagram at Confinista, C-O-N-I-F-I-S-T-A. Stop playing with me.
It's not easy on Instagram, I'm telling y'all. Just look at Facebook.
C-O-N.
In the building, we also have my girl, Kitty Cat Cal. Cal, where can they find you at?
What up, though? Cat
Detroit.
Gillespie. Cat Gillespie. That's it.
On all of it. All right, y'all. Peace. We out. Hope you learned something. Go and love on somebody because it's important.